I'm here with the creators of Kill Our Monsters. Can you please state your names and what you do on the book for our viewers?
Certainly. My name's Jason Copeland, and I am the artist.
And I'm Michael May, and I write the book.
What was the inspiration for the book?
The inspiration stems mostly from my interest in Shogun Warrior comics from the 1970s, and giant monster movies like Godzilla and such.
Yeah, it was basically Jason's idea, and we'd been looking to work together for a while, and when he had the idea, he said, "Mike, you're interested?" And I said, "Heck yeah." And so my influence is a little bit different. Like I've come to love giant monsters and Godzilla movies and stuff like that, but when I kind of came into it, it was more like, Star Wars is really more of an influence for me, with the team dynamic and kind of the banter between the heroes and that kind of thing.
Can you tell us a little bit about the story of Kill All Monsters?
Well, I'll let Mike take care of that since he's a better storyteller.
It's a post-apocalyptic world, so the giant monsters have already basically wiped out most of human civilization, and a few, the small group of people operating out of a base in a hidden city in Africa have developed these giant robot suits and are trying to take the planet back. And as the story opens, they've come to Paris for the first time. It's their first time really off of the continent of Africa, and they're investigating reports of another group of monster fighters. And so there's a little bit of a mystery to it. There's, of course, lots of punching and fighting of monsters and robots, but also some human drama as well.
Can you tell us a little bit about your artistic histories?
Most of the stuff that I've done is short stories and anthologies and backups and such. Kill All Monsters is really the first major undertaking that I've done in terms of a longer stay on a particular title.
Yeah, same with me. I've done a lot of stuff in anthologies, short stories. I blog for Robot 6 at Comic Book Resources, and a couple of other blogs. But this is my first major, kind of comic, long-form comic.
And what is your favorite giant monster?
I was asked that recently, and I didn't know if this was a qualified answer, but Mechagodzilla, which is sort of a robot but sort of a monster. So that's what I went with, Mechagodzilla.
King Kong.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah. I love Godzilla, but Kong, he's more relatable, and I love the story of, how they take him out of his natural element and just the tragedy of it. Whereas, Godzilla is great as a metaphor, and he's really cool looking. He breathes fire and radioactive gas and all that, but I just love Kong.
You currently have a Kickstarter campaign going for that. Can you tell us a little bit of what you're trying to achieve?
Well, mainly the purpose of the Kickstarter was for Michael and I to be able to raise the funds to pay for the offset printing costs and the distribution costs for that. We've managed to make our goal and we'll exceed our goal, which we're really grateful for, and will let us expand the print run so that we can hopefully get more books out to more people.
And a little bit interesting question. Who do you think would win in a fight between Mechagodzilla, King Kong, and a 100-foot Nicolas Cage?
Nicolas Cage would kick their asses. It depends if it was Nicolas Cage from like Wild at Heart, where he's doing like doing the kicks and stuff. I could see him taking care of him.
I'd be rooting for Kong, but I wouldn't bet against Cage.
Well, I hope your comic book sells really well after the Kickstarter, and I wish you all the luck.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.